Thank you for giving me this opportunity to give you as much detail as I am able about the hugely important role that Devonport is going to play in supporting the Royal Navy of the future. When I spoke yesterday in the House of Commons on the way ahead for Devonport, I said that I would make an announcement just as soon as I was able to. I know how important this issue is for Plymouth, and indeed for the wider West Country, which has such a long and illustrious history of support for the Royal Navy that goes back hundreds of years. I know that local people want as much detail as I can give them about the future, and indeed, and not just members of my own party, but three local MPs are assiduous in chasing this issue and trying to get as much information and do their job on behalf of the city: Alison Seebeck, Linda Gilroy and Gary Streeter. I want to share with you the decisions that we have made, tell you about one that we have not. I want also to give you an understanding of why we've not taken that decision and when we will be able to do so. Then I'll take your questions. Now, to support me, I'm pleased to be joined by the MOD's Chief of Material Fleet, Vice Admiral Andrew Matthews, Paul Blakerson, who is the MOD's project leader, and Commodore Ian Jess, who many of you know well as the Naval Base Commander. The first thing that I want to stress is that each of the UK's 3 naval bases will continue to play a vital role in supporting the Royal Navy and the Royal Marines. Secondly, we've matched the infrastructure that we have in place at the naval bases to the needs of the Royal Navy of the future. We've identified changes that will enable us to provide that support more efficiently by reducing overheads and excessive infrastructure so that every pound spent on defence is used to the very best effect. Her Majesty's Naval Base Devonport will be the main operating base for amphibious shipping, survey and hydrological vessels, for the Type 22 frigates, and for at least the next 5 years, the 7 Type 23 frigates that are currently based at Devonport. We will also, subject to ongoing approvals, enhance Devonport's role as the home of the UK's amphibious warfare forces by bringing 1 assault group, Royal Marines, including the landing craft, of 10 Training Squadron and 539 Assault Squadron Royal Marines to this base. This will involve a significant multi-million-pound investment in Devonport. Once the carrier build programme is ramped up and subject to commercial negotiations, the majority of major refits for surface ships will be undertaken at Devonport, alongside the refit work on nuclear submarines. This adds up to a busy order book, and Plymouth should not underestimate the amount of work and therefore skilled jobs that this will secure for Devonport. Devonport will also continue to provide its world-class naval sea training capability, and will undertake fleet time engineering support for base-ported ships and for visiting sea training vessels. Trafalgar-class nuclear submarines will either leave service at Devonport, as they are succeeded by Astute, succeeded by the new Astute class submarines at Faslane, or they will progressively move to Faslane. The last submarine is expected to make the move by 2017.